The content presented on the following show is intended for satirical and educational purposes only. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by panelists and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the host, production team, or channel. Additionally, any third-party content featured in this program is used in compliance with fair use under United States copyright law, which allows for commentary, criticism, news report, teaching, and research. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage independent thought and discussion.
Damn, it's cold out here. You ready? Welcome to Saturday Smackdown, hosted by Fatty.
In a world where words hit harder than fists, where minds clash like titans, the arena awaits. From every corner of the globe, the bold and the fearless step forward, ready to battle with nothing but their voices, their wit, and their will to win. Here, it's raw, it's ruthless. No gloves, no rules. Just pure, unfiltered debate, and only the sharpest survive.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Untouchable Arena, this is Saturday Smackdown.
So make sure you tell the full details about the thirstiness and hungriness of these criminal that black women seem to be infatuated with and can't leave alone.
But yet, you want to present to the community that you have a straight man, that you're a straight man that care about women. So what I'm saying is, it's not adding up, my brother. Brother.
You both. But I'm a pander. You do pander. You know you pander.
So am I telling men to do this and this now or pander?
You play both sides, Thanos, for your benefit. You're an opportunist. You play both sides.
And I'm not gonna sit here and allow a foreigner like you to tell me otherwise. Take your tree branch swinging back to Africa. You're not supposed to be here because your brain is not compatible with this program here, this country. It's not.
So all I'm saying is, if you want to do this right, come how you are. Because from my understanding, you throw out threats, you throw out a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't know what empowering thing you're on, because you don't empower nobody.
I didn't empower you.
I'm higher than the show, and I don't have to follow
that's not how you debate. Right? The fact of the matter is you didn't substantiate them being the foundation for the black community. Now we're talking about getting to the bag, and you're double talking. So the question, either man, is yes or no, are black people getting to the bag?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! It's time to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a heavyweight fight. Okay, welcome to Saturday SmackDown. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm your host, Fatty, and Ilkan Ali is going to join the show soon. Okay, Ilkan Ali is going to join the show soon. Disclaimers: the cash apps are going to be rolling in the bottom. I'm waiting for the debaters to leave the cash apps on the private chat or on the group chat, please, if it's possible, so I can put it on the banner. Make sure you at least buy them a dinner, okay? Make sure you at least buy them a dinner. Today we're going to have a 1 hour and 30 debate. One topic, Coolie short on time. We open the panel afterwards a little bit if you have time to challenges, but for the most part, it's going to be a one-on-one fight, okay? So, without further ado, on the blue corner, Mr. Fantastic. How are you doing, sir? Thank you very much for being here.
What up? Shout out everybody, man. Y'all know who it is.
Thank you very much for being here, Mr. Fantastic. And of course, on the red corner, Mr. Coolie, no Fugazee podcast.
It's time to do.
How are you doing, Coolie?
Hey, man, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. One-on-one, try not to intervene. I will, because y'all are very fiery debaters. If things start to go left when it comes to interruptions, I'll make sure I put a little clock so y'all can go one at a time. But other than that, I think y'all are veterans. Y'all know the rest. Can we close the cage and start the show?
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Let's have fun.
At this time.
Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up.
Yo, you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of play time. Ah!
Friends, do you guys want to do rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first, or we can start? I can pick one of y'all to start.
We normally start with the person that takes the affirmative position first. Sure. When I normally do debates.
Go ahead, Coolie. You got it.
I take the non-affirmative position.
Yeah, so I'm affirmative. So okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shout out everybody, man. So basically, what we're debating today is the existence of force doctrine in civilized society versus non-civilized society. My stance is you can't truly have force doctrine in a civilized society because there are counterbalances and there are laws and things to prevent people from being able to dominate other people. i.e., vigilantism, right? Vigilantism would be the ultimate form of forced doctrine, because pretty much if you do something to me, I can just turn around and do something to you because there's no consequence, and it's a dog eat dog, survival of the fittest standpoint. Pretty much what I'm saying is, if and when you have those counters to it, right, that pretty much nullifies the force doctrine that a lot of people like to use. And then most importantly, most people that talk about force doctrine aren't themselves examples that will be able to exude force doctrine, because we're talking about a level of physical aggression and danger and violence that just, I'll say 99% of the public just purely isn't aware of, capable of, or even have a full understanding of when we're talking about just deboing somebody, in a lack of better words. And that's pretty much all I need to explain my premise.
Okay, so I'd take the non-affirmative position. The debate description that was sent to me was forced doctrine only exists in uncivilized societies. From a secular view, rights are privileges absent duty with no epistemic grounding. Rights from this view is simply a human construct of the mind, absent duty. So it has to be backed by force, reducing it to rights equals force. That is force doctrine. Since men hold the monopoly on force, women will have to always appeal to men for their rights, but the same is not true in reverse. While men are in a unique position to break any chains of conditionals they don't like collectively with force, but this is not true in reverse for women. Now, that is force doctrine. Now, Mr. Fantastic, he's making the claim that force doctrine only exists in uncivilized societies. He will have to demonstrate that. So that's what he's going to have to demonstrate. So we'll be waiting for that. But I guess I'll pose a question to you, if I could, Mr. Fantastic. My question would be, if it's the case that force doctrine only exists in uncivilized societies, then how can a society maintain their civilization without force doctrine, void of force, void of consequences for people breaking rights, laws, and rules and regulations? That's my first question.
Yeah, so you're using, I guess, the judo approach, and that's what I'm saying. You're trying to turn my whole entire the construct of law and right, wrong, whatnot, what have you, is what eliminates the force doctrine and what we're talking about, to where individual people can go out and just take whatever they want. So what I'm speaking of, and that's what I said when I gave my premise and my grounds, is being that there are counterbalances to that. You can't just do and take from what a woman what you want, because force doctrine would be a certain thing that men love from women, right? So where he's able to take it from her, but the reason that it's not done is because the forces exist to prevent him from doing that. So what you're trying to do is circumvent my argument, which I clearly made in my opening statement, and I'm glad I went first, and by saying, okay, well, how can it exist if there aren't things to prevent the system from going the way it goes? And what I'm saying is the system in itself eliminates force doctrine. Force doctrine is survival of the fittest. I see something, I want it, I take it. Dystopian future, Mad Max and Thunderdome, that is the full extent of force doctrine. I want it, I take it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, so that is not force doctrine. I'm not sure where you got that from, that if you want it, you can take it. I explained force doctrine in my opening perfectly. It was beautiful, actually. So that's the true meaning of force doctrine. I'll just dumb it down for you a little bit. It's simply this. Let me ask you this. What are rights to you? What is a right?
Rights it depends. What are we talking about? Are we talking legal rights? Are we talking human rights? Are we talking what rights are we talking?
Legal rights, human rights. Wouldn't a human right still be a legal right? What do you mean? What are rights to you? Define a right.
A right to me is something that I have extensively just by living. Just my being in pretty much is a right. And what the right that I inherit as a human being.
So it's just you living, that's your right as a human being. And where is this grounded in? It's just in your mind? Like you have this right as a human being, and all human beings have this right in their mind that they should just have a right to live because they're a human being. It just comes from the mind, right? Comes from our own mind. We think that we're born, I have a right to live.
Well, it's actually not a mind thing. It would be a biological imperative. So biological imperative tells you to do what two things, Coolie, since we're asking questions. What are your two main biological imperatives, Coolie?
It would be to live. That's what you're saying. It's to live, right? So it's within the mind.
So no, it's not in the mind.
Is the biology of the human, is the mind part of that within your worldview or no?
The human, so it's not just the human, and that's where you're mistaken. So that even goes down to viruses and bacteria, Coolie.
So viruses and bacteria have rights?
They don't have minds, but they have a biological imperative. They have biological imperative.
Okay, they have a biological. And what do you mean by imperative?
Well, you tell me. You don't know what biological imperative means?
I'm asking you, it's your claim. I'm asking you to explain what you mean, because obviously we have two definitions right now.
Again, we're not going to keep turning to the test where you just ask me all the questions.
No, it's not a test. I need to understand what you are saying, because you're just
about a right. You answer my question about
yeah. Real quick, listen. It's very simple.
What you think of biological imperative?
You stop talking. You don't know how to think. Listen, I'm asking you a question.
I'm asking you a question.
I just explained my position, right? You said what is a right? I explained my position.
Yeah,
I'm asking you now, since you're moving.
I answered your question about a right, so you answered my question about
biological
imperative.
Since viruses can have a biological imperative, what do you mean by biological imperative? What do you mean? Please explain.
What are the two biological imperatives, Coolie?
You explain to me. I don't know your worldview. Explain to me.
The back and forth question thing. I don't know why you keep giggling. There's nothing funny.
Okay, Fatty, can you have him explain what he says? Because he's not giving any explanation.
There was a question. 1 second, friend. There was a question before about what is a biological imperative by Mr.
Yeah, I'm asking him. That's what he said. I didn't say it. That's what he said. I need an answer. What is it?
When I'm asking you what a right was, I didn't need you to explain me what a right was. You had me figure it out and say it in the best of my understanding. So I'm telling you to do the same thing. We're keeping it even.
No. Listen. I'm asking you. We tried to figure that out, and then you said that viruses have a biological imperative like human beings and things like that. So please explain. What do you mean?
Well, you should understand it.
I don't.
That's why I'm saying it.
Listen, you know what? I don't understand. I'm black and I'm slow. Please elaborate.
I don't know what the black has to do with it, but okay. So the black slow guy.
Can you not explain your position?
No, I've explained it already.
No, you haven't. How can a virus have a biological imperative?
So let's do this. How about this? How about
you answer my question instead of telling me what we're gonna do?
Let's not 1 second. Let's not overtalk each other, friends.
Yeah, how about you?
Answer my question instead of telling me what you're gonna do.
Not the second one. You name the first one and not the second one. So name the first one first. I mean the second one before we
just answer the question, man.
I answered the question already.
No, you didn't. Explain to me, what do you mean by it? From your understanding, what do you mean?
You already explained it, so why do I need to re-explain it?
Okay, you know what? It really doesn't matter because it doesn't help your position, right? So at the end of the day, it's very simple, right? If you are under the belief that forced doctrine only exists in uncivilized societies, it's because you are straw manning my position of forced doctrine, right? You magically made up forced doctrine yourself to make it mean what it actually doesn't mean, right? So if we're going to have a debate, we have to work off of what one another, like if I say a word and I say sentences, we have to have the same meaning to debate it. The way you define force doctrine was illogical. It doesn't even make any sense. So simply under my definition of force doctrine, which is rights equals force, even if a society is uncivilized or not civilized, well, think about it. A civilized society means that force was done to give people rights. This would refute your argument. You can't have a civilized society without force to back up people's rights, to enforce people's human rights, to enforce people's rights to vote, to any right that you think of, a right to the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. These are all backed by force. And we live in a civilized society, which refutes your argument. So your argument is destroyed already from the beginning of the debate because you don't even know what force doctrine means.
Okay, cool. All right, so great. So first and foremost, your definition of force doctrine.
Fantastic. Your microphone went low.
I don't know
Bring it up a little bit. Yes.
Check.
Bring it up a little bit.
Check.
Better.
Good? Should be better. All right, cool.
Better.
So again, your definition of force doctrine is one of many, because you didn't even include anything talking about military and whatnot, what have you, and or legal force, and that's one of the most.
What do you mean? I broke it down in the most simplest terms.
Brother, you gotta stop cutting me
let him
out.
finish.
No,
it's fine. It's fine. I'm here. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Use your point.
So listen to this. So again, and then I refuted your point by the point you going the way which I knew you were going to go in the man to woman dynamic. What I'm saying is, and you have yet to refute the fact, if force doctrine was what it was, okay, the man takes from the woman what he wants, and that's it. The woman has no rights. There are people that have come together to make rights as a conglomerate without force, okay, without force, because I'm pretty sure Congress makes the laws, correct? Is that correct, Coolie? So you're asking a question. Congress makes the laws, correct?
Congress can make laws and they can write laws down on
great.
Let me answer the question. Let me elaborate. Let me elaborate the question.
No need for elaboration.
No, let me elaborate on the question because you're just going to straw man the position.
It's not straw man anything.
Okay, I'll let you go.
It's just needed there. Okay, so the act of them coming together to make the laws isn't out of force. It's for the betterment of and what the people say they want first and foremost. So before force is fucking put together or force is even in it, nobody has a gun to your head and say, hey, pass this law, pass this bill. That is after the fact, okay? And now what you're trying to still do is erase what I said earlier on. When you have the force, okay? When you have a system of people that agree to something, right? And then there's an agreement amongst the people where force doesn't even have to be used in most cases. You can't then say, oh, well, it's the force doctrine that makes it even possible for the force to be there. No, bro, we're talking about what you said yourself when you made it a man-woman dynamic, because the man is more powerful. The woman has to be submissive to him and all these different things, so on and so forth, and do what the man wants her to do because he can just ultimately take it from her. That is what you dug your own hole in when you said that. The fact of the matter that the man cannot just do that and do anything and everything he wants to do to the woman, and the woman has recourse and protection, okay, to prevent that man from violating her or dominating her or men doing it to other men is my point. You can talk around it. You can try to add all this extra shit you want to, but I clearly stated what my stance is. You trying to add stuff to it and trying to remix it, brother, is not going to get it. It's not going to get it. Go ahead. Okay. I'm done.
You done? All right. I'm going to ask you questions that I'm going to need answers to. Okay? It's a teaching moment.
I'm not answering none of your questions until you answer mine.
Oh, you went on a whole monologue.
No. I know.
I'm going to ask you questions.
Until you answer my original question, I'm not answering any more of yours.
What are you talking about?
So now you forgot. So I'm going to ask you again, give us your understanding of what a biological imperative is. And
that
most
has
importantly, give us
nothing
the
to
second
do.
thing. No, it has everything to do with it because
it has nothing to do with any of it. It isn't my position. It isn't my argument. That is for you to explain. I'm not here to argue your position. Okay, I'm not here to argue your position.
If you don't know, just say you don't know, but it's cool. Go ahead.
No, it's super simple. I'm not here to argue your position at all. So please understand.
You don't know, it's okay.
This is going to be listen, young black fella, get this education. because you are the reason that black people find themselves in a position that they are in today.
black.
Because you think that
Black.
you know things that you really don't know. So I'm gonna this is not even gonna be a debate. This is school. Okay? I'm gonna ask you questions, simple questions. I just need you to answer it. Okay? Super. And then I'll allow you to ask me questions and you can answer, and I'll answer your questions. Make sense? And I am getting feedback. I don't know why I'm getting feedback from someone's end, Fatty. Like every time I speak, I can hear myself.
Is it better now? No, it's still I still see it. It's because
You
of
hear
the
it, right?
It's because of the echo cancellation. Let me do something real quick. Can you try it now?
Yeah. Okay, no,
Good
that's
enough.
better.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
better. All right. So, Mr. Fantastic, you stated that, well, Congress creates rights. And like these rights would come from their mind, the things that they agree on, and then they write it on a piece of paper. I have that correct? So it comes from their mind, they write it on a piece of paper. Is that yes or no?
No.
Okay. So the rights that I thought you just said that Congress creates rights. They make the rights?
Yeah.
Okay. So if Congress makes rights prior to the right being like on a piece of paper, where does the right come from? It would come from the mind.
No, well, that's, I guess you have a poor understanding of Congress. So Congress is a representation of states, right, and districts within the states. So
Human
Congress,
beings.
well, yeah, human beings, right? So it's not Congress that the thoughts would come from. Congress are actually putting things into law that their constituents want them to put into
And
law.
those would be human beings, right?
So
Human
yeah, it'll be
beings?
human beings. Yes, yes,
Human beings.
yes.
Got
I don't
it.
think-
So
I
these
don't think
human
dogs and
beings
cats are. I don't think
Got
dogs
it.
and cats can vote.
So these human beings, right? These ideas that they have of when they want rights, these ideas that they have, does it come from the mind? Yes or no?
Yeah, obviously, yes.
Okay. And then what Congress does is they gather this information from the human beings and things, and then they put it on a piece of paper, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, when they put this on a piece of paper, if they just pass this piece of paper around and say, hey, this state has a right, this state has these rights, these states have these rights, we all got a piece of paper. Get it? It's just a piece of paper. If that itself is a right, then, you know, we can just simply make up rights ourselves. Listen, I have a right. Collectively, we can agree on something, and I have a right to all of this gold. I have a right to all of these women. I have a right to anything that I think of and construct an idea in my mind. I have a right. We can collectively put it on a piece of paper, and in your worldview, that will be a right. Well,
that's not what I said.
Okay, so what did I miss?
I don't know what you missed. That's not what I said.
So you didn't just say, are you lying to me now? Every question that I asked, you gave me a yes to. You said that these ideas that they have in their mind is comes into a right. Then they write
their
these.
Mind. It's not their mind. It's their constituents' request.
It's human beings' minds. What?
Oh, okay.
Follow me. It's human beings.
Well, no,
Where else would these come from? Where else would this come from? It comes from a human being, right?
We're talking about Congress.
Does it come from a human being?
Yes, we've already established that. Why are we going
these
over?
all come from the mind,
Yes.
right? So a right is just a construct of the mind that is then written on a piece of paper by human beings from your worldview. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, if that's the case, then you don't actually have a right. If I come and I have a piece of paper and I say that this is my right, which infringes on your right, then we're in a situation where the only thing that it would all reduce down to is who can enforce their right. The piece of paper does not enforce the right itself. The construct of the mind, the idea, does not enforce this right itself. If you say that I have a right to own this street, right, and no one can walk down the street because that's my right, no one can walk down the street. If someone walks down your street, well, are you just going to hold the piece of paper like, here's my right to own this street? Or are you going to enforce this right with physical force? Which one? You're going to hold up the piece of paper, or are you going to hold up some guns to enforce the right? Which one?
So are we in a civilized or uncivilized society?
Which one are you going to do?
Well, you have to answer my question now. Are we in a
asked
civilized
you a question? Don't
well, if we're in a civilized, okay, so I got you. So I'll answer the question. Let me answer the question.
Please answer the question.
I'm not going to obfuscate. I'm going to answer the question.
Got you.
So if we're in a civilized society, what I'm going to do is, right? If I'm in a civilized society, I'm going to call the authorities that I have to answer to that prevents me from getting my gun and killing you dead in the street. But in an uncivilized society, I either go get my gun or I walk up to you and I accost you in the worst possible way, and there are absolutely no consequences. But in a civilized society, those same rights that you just said and talked about creates a framework that I have to fucking follow and eliminate me from fucking enforcing my force doctrine.
Okay. Now, do you know you refuted your own argument?
No, I
will
didn't.
Demonstrate it.
If
I'll
you
demonstrate
said
how
it,
you.
I didn't.
Great. I'll demonstrate it. You just said in a civilized society, if someone walked down your street, instead of you enforcing this right, you would then call the police force to then enforce the right for you. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is the police force a collection of men that's going to use physical force? Like 95% men
and women, men and women. I think it's more like 80 something, but we'll go with that.
No, it's about 90% men, so it's a monopoly.
90, I'll take 90. I mean, we can argue 89.
Okay,
but
great.
Okay.
It's still going to be men.
Okay,
and it's still going to be. You are still going to yield. Right.
Okay, so
you have this. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Hold on.
I'll let you speak,
brother,
but let me finish. Let me speak.
Let
me speak, but listen. I let you speak. Let me finish. I am demonstrating, Fatty. Get him in check, bro. Fatty, get him in check. I'm refuting his point, Fatty.
He's doing this interview.
Don't be biased, Fatty. Please tell him to shut up and mute his mic.
Mike, friends,
not gonna mute shit.
Friends, 1 second. Totally fine.
Stop asking for help.
Hey, what we're going to do is this. I will allow Coolie to finish, but when Fantastic starts talking, it can go is uninterrupted.
Yeah, bro.
After this, I will put the clock if y'all can do it. Okay. So you're allowed to finish, Coolie, but as soon as he starts talking, you need to let him finish. So go ahead.
Got it. So either way, your position reduces down to force. Either if you don't utilize force yourself, you are appealing to a collection of men that's going to utilize force on your behalf. Under your worldview, that would be a civilized society. Even in the civilized society, you are still appealing to force doctrine. You are appealing to other men to enforce your right that you've written down on a piece of paper for you. And in uncivilized society, you don't like, and what you stated, you said that, well, I don't have a police force, so I have to get my own guns and enforce my own right. So either way, Mr. Fantastic, you are still appealing to force backed by other men who have a monopoly on force to enforce your right for you. This is going to be in an uncivilized society, you doing it yourself using force doctrine. Even in a civilized society, you appealing to other men that's going to enforce your right for you, which still reduces down to force doctrine. You are dumb and you have low IQ. Please listen, this debate is over. It's no debate. The debate is simply over. Force doctrine, you said, you take the affirmative position. Force doctrine only exists in uncivilized societies. You just demonstrated and refuted your own argument how it exists. Stop it. Shut up. Shut up, you low black IQ person. Bro, you make everybody look bad, bro. You make everybody look bad.
As promised, let's get Mr. Fantastic and interrupt. Yes. Go ahead.
Bitch, who keep bringing up black and this and so on and so forth.
Because you make us look bad.
And we know you got a problem with black. We know you got a problem with black. That's why you going after the white man. That's why you going after the white man.
What you want? What is LeBron looking for?
Friends, we have to keep our word.
Hey,
let Coolie go uninterrupted.
Exactly.
Mr. Fantastic has to go uninterrupted. Please,
Fatty, I wasn't even finished. He interrupted me while I was still speaking, Fatty.
You were on the insult part. The insult part is irrelevant to this conversation.
And you the one that started the insults. So let's get to it.
Bro,
that was not the argument. That was the insult part. Let's personal. Let's go ahead, Mr.
Let's get
Fantastic.
to it. So since this nigga this nigga who don't even think he a nigga, right? Who taking care of little white boys? All right,
I'm not you.
Who's coming up after the white man?
I'm not you.
Who coming up after the white man? All right, taking care of those wonderful white children. Got a problem? Keep bringing up black, brother.
Because
Listen,
you
man,
are a disgrace to the race.
Never
You so
you could never be.
I will repeat. I will repeat it. I will repeat it.
I would never take a family picture with those really white.
You are not him. You are not him. No. You are not him.
No, I'm not him. I'm just him.
No, you're an idiot.
I will repeat it again. 1 second, please. I'll make sure because I'm going to use the clock. Even if the other person is making it personal, let him finish, and then y'all have the chance to reply. I know, Coolie, you have to let him finish. Just let him finish, and then we go from there. I'll make sure I'll give you 100% of time to go ahead and say reply to what he says. So go ahead.
Refute the argument, man.
Go ahead, Fantastic.
I refute the argument after I get my shit off like your whole ass got your shit off.
You didn't get nothing off, bro. You sound silly. You sound silly, bro.
Oh, you sound and look silly.
You look like a black Inspector and Gadget. Why is the hair hanging out your head like that?
Nigga, you just
this nigga look horrible. This nigga looks horrible. My hair was never like that. My hair was never like that, bro.
And this nigga keep cutting me off.
My hair was never like that.
You such a hoe.
You look horrible.
Let a bitch make you cut your hair off.
Listen, you look horrible. You look like an alcoholic. Were you just drinking today? Why is your face this sweaty?
And exposing you? You let a bitch clown you and expose you, make you cut your hair off, nigga. What is you talking about?
What does the S stand for? Does it stand for stupid?
It stands for supreme.
Does the S on your head stand for stupid?
Supreme and Swarovski, my nigga. Supreme and Swarovski at that. It's a nice collection. So again,
all right, man, go ahead,
I'm not like you. I'm not gonna let some bitch clown me on the internet, nigga, and force me to cut my hair. I do what the fuck I want.
What are you speaking about?
I'm a man. Why you
do you go to the barbershop?
Friends, I will put the clock up because y'all can't and it's not y'all. It's Coolie. 1 second. No. Hold on. It's actually my fault for saying y'all. It's not y'all. It's Coolie. I said it. It's Coolie. Coolie, you have to let him finish. Coolie, you can let when you were getting your rocks off.
Hey, listen. He went on his monologue. I went on my monologue, and I refuted him.
So what we're going to
the debate is over, bro. You lost. You refuted your own position.
1 second, friends. The 1 minute clock is up. 1 second. 1 second, friends. 1 second. The 1 minute clock is up. He's not going to start now. He's going to start when Mr. Fantastic has the chance to rebuttal. After that, we go to a 1 minute clock. If y'all interrupt the person,
sure, go ahead. Refute my argument. I'll mute myself.
I'm just saying. No, 1 second, friends. I'll say this.
I can do this without the insult.
If the interruptions happen, 1 second, Fantastic.
I'm muting myself. He got a minute.
If the interruptions happen with the clock, I will mute the person that wasn't supposed to be talking. I tried to not press the buttons. So go ahead, Fantastic, and then Coolie have the chance to rebuttal. I'll put the clock on when Coolie starts talking. Go ahead.
Cool. So again, when people love to stick to the verbatim thing and verbatim argument, there's nuance. Remember, Coolie talked about the nuance that he had in his situation to where, single mothers are for recreational use only, but there's fucking nuance to it because Coolie doesn't fucking practice what he preaches. So when you look at the nuance, though, Coolie does practice what he preaches. So that's why I spoke in my initial statement and gave my full premise that encompassed my ideology, what I was challenging here. Okay. If you have to depend on anyone else for forced doctrine is eliminated. Forced doctrine is I get to fucking take my shit from you or take your shit from you if I feel like it, simply off the basis of my existence and my dominance, my physicality, and my violence. Okay? That's what forced doctrine is. When people come together and agree, Fatty, the clock not running. When people
no, I didn't because he had 3 minutes to go. Okay. I'm not putting the 1 minute clock. Only when you guys start going the back and forth afterwards.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So when he tried to refute my point by saying something that, again, people came together and agreed upon, okay? People came together and agreed upon, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it, and then people abide by those rules. There are people that go to jail every day because they break the rules, right? There are people that go to jail because they break the rules. Fuck the rules. You know what I'm saying? The rules in themselves are something you have to follow, but there's a framework set up there by the people and the people that participate. Those even people are elected people or hired people to do the same job. I laid out the premise of what I'm saying. I'm saying that forced doctrine, okay, when it's in a bigger group and it's civilized and it's organized, it's put together, eliminates the forced doctrine that each and every individual person has. Because if you try to fucking establish your own forced doctrine and you go against the framework that everyone else agreed to, all right, your fucking forced doctrine is eliminated and circumvented by the bigger fucking thing. All right. In an uncivilized society, everybody eats what they kill, they get what they want, they take what they want, and there's whatever it is. Survival of the fittest. The strongest person is the biggest fucking hammer, the biggest gun, the whatever is the person who motherfucking owns all the gold, right? So that's my argument. And you, no matter how many times you try and reframe it or rephrase it, okay, your argument is not my argument. You making a different argument of what I'm making does not make your argument right. That's fucking debate tactics 101. I'm done.
Go ahead, Coolie. Uninterrupted. The clock is on.
Okay, again, you don't know how to think, so I'm going to help you to think a little bit, right? My argument is very simple, is that rights equals force, right? Super, super simple. Whether if it's a civilized society and you're not using the force yourself and you have a right, you are appealing to a collection of men to enforce the right for you. If you're living in an uncivilized society, like you would say, then instead of appealing to the police force or the military and things of that sort, you have to then appeal to yourself and hold up your own guns and enforce your rights for yourself, which still, it comes down, it all boils down to force. You are in a situation, Mr. Fantastic, that you cannot comprehend. Just like you couldn't comprehend what hypocrite means. We had a 2-hour debate on that and you still couldn't comprehend it, but it makes sense why you can't comprehend this. So the title of this debate is Forced Doctrine Only Exists in Uncivilized Societies, and I refuted your point, you just refuted your own point as well. Now, if it's the case where you think that, well, people cannot go against government organizations collectively, then you probably never looked at the Civil War, the Revolutionary War, how kings are overthrown by the community within the town and that society. It always happens, bro. Kings get overthrown and governments get overthrown by their own people, but the people is a collection of men that, you know, no longer share the same ideas of what the government has, and then they take over. They overthrow the king. They overthrow the government. This happens by force. Do you get what I'm saying? So the debate's been over. There's nothing more to speak about. We might as well open it up to open panel.
2 minutes to respond. Fantastic. 2 minutes.
Yeah, cool. So what he's describing is what people would call anarchy, right? Anarchy would be against a society, and it's quite where everything, civilization breaks down, aka martial law, right? So whenever a king or whatever is overthrown, that's where you're in. You're in a series of disarray and official uncivilized anarchy because the system has been broken down. It's wonderful how Coolie keeps talking about you don't understand and you don't do this from this soft ass voice, right? When I guess he ain't never even been to war, right? So it's funny to me that he's talking to me about war. He clearly don't know my background. Okay. So again, I'm going to say this. Going by the only to give yourself a way out because you love doing this, as in you are the biggest hypocrite, but because you don't understand it and you love to dance like Michael Jackson around the fact, okay? There's nuance. This is Coolie's argument. All right. Very few things in motherfucking life are cut and dry. Right. So if you want to stick to that, that's where it's safe at. It's easy. But even with that, I made you look stupid by showing that you clearly don't understand what civilized and uncivilized is. Because every example you just gave would be a state of uncivilized behavior because the system is broken down and being overthrown by the people. And the people at that point are in an uncivilized state using their force to break down the fucking system. Okay. So I don't know why you keep trying to run from the debate and claim motherfucking victory before it's already done. When you get your ass whooped from pillar to post, okay? But brother, if you just want to concede, just concede, brother. Give up. I know. You got somebody that's not a fucking groupie or a woman, right? With the low IQ that you're used to, this shit real difficult. Being with a motherfucking gorilla in a motherfucking cage. I understand it, brother. I got you.
You still have a minute left. You using it?
That was 2. I used 2. The clock went by 2 hours.
Fatty, you still got
it per 1 minute. He don't do it about 59 seconds. It was twice.
Oh, okay. Fatty, what are we doing? Are we doing 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? I don't know.
It's just what y'all want. I think 1 minute is good enough. If y'all
okay. So I'll let him go for 2 minutes. Okay, totally fine. So let's try to walk through this again.
You went for 2, and then I give you
fine. I'll let you speak. I wasn't interrupting you. Answer this for me. In a civilized society, right? Civilized society, not uncivilized, right? In a civilized society, under your worldview, people appeal to the police force and the military to enforce their rights for them. Is that yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. If people appeal to the police force and the military to enforce their rights for them, they are still appealing to a collection of men, right? That is enforcing their rights for them, which does not refute. This does not refute force doctrine. This actually proves force doctrine. You get what I'm saying? So in an uncivilized society, the only difference is from under your worldview, you can't appeal to police force or military. You have to enforce the rights yourself. In a civilized society, you appeal to men, a monopoly of men, to enforce the rights for you. That's a distinction of you either appeal to yourself or you appeal to a monopoly of other men. This does not negate force doctrine, because force doctrine is simply this, Mr. Fantastic. It's simply that men hold the monopoly on force. And since men hold the monopoly on force, men are the ones that grant rights and take rights away. This happens in uncivilized societies, and this happens in civilized societies. You're just speaking about in a civilized society, we appeal to, our police force and military, other men. In an uncivilized society, you appeal to yourself, but this does not negate force doctrine. Do you understand that you lost?
Are you done?
Yes. Do you understand that you lost? The debate been over, man.
You lost,
and friends, I'm going to go back to the regular clock because it sounds like y'all are a little bit better. I'll go back to the regular clock. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, cool. You mean back and forth?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, cool. So again, man, like I said, if you want to concede, you can just concede, brother. But as you stated, a military
your gaslighting techniques won't work.
You cut me off. You're the main gaslighter, brother. All right, I'm pretty sure you guys motherfucking Exxon and BP for free, brother. I feel you. But anyway, as I was saying, right, everything you just stated concerning the military and the police force are things that exist because of civilized societies. You keep trying to circumvent my argument. My argument is if you have a government, rules and regulations, okay, to where a conglomerate of men come together and women, right, in a civilization, what would make the military not just take over the fucking country? Why? Because their rules are fucking against that also. Even the people within the military.
People do it all the time. The military has taken over governments before, bro.
I'll put the clock on again. Go ahead.
Do you know of the Taliban? Have you ever heard of the Taliban?
Brother, Coolie, so you can stop doing this, brother.
Have you ever heard of the Taliban?
Coolie.
One second. The question.
Come on now, man.
The question will be asked after Mr. Fantastic finish. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
You gotta know. You gotta do some research, bro. I'm 20 years fucking retired Navy, dog. It's nothing you can tell me about the military. Okay, I know who trained the Taliban. I understand.
Okay, great.
I fought in actual fucking conflicts against the fucking Taliban, bro. So
and you still don't understand these simple concepts. This makes it worse for you. It makes it worse for you that you were in the military and you still don't understand.
You're gonna lose that too. Coolie, it's not the same when it's a grown man and not some of the dumb bitches.
Now, listen, man, you look worse than a girl.
We're going back to the 1 minute clock, friends.
Again,
go ahead. Fantastic 1 minute, and then Coolie has a chance to respond. Go ahead.
It's crazy. So again, man, let's just move this to this, right? Because you said something that dug yourself another hole.
Sure.
You say that the men create these rights, and only the men can give these rights to these women. Well, the women are also given the rights now also. So now you would have to give me a right that men have revoked from women since women have gotten rights. You see how you talk yourself in a motherfucking hole? It doesn't exist, okay? It's not going to happen. It's never going to fucking happen. You're not going to have to
answer your question.
I'm not done.
Okay.
Right? Not done.
I'll write it down. I'll write it down.
Not
I remember.
done.
I'll write it down.
So when you're saying these things, bro, this is the shit that I'm talking about. You're trying to make this thing. You keep making it a gender situation where the gender situation kills your whole argument within itself, because once the women have rights, right? You can't take the rights away from women because the women are part of making the rights. And if that was the case, the men, because the system in a civilized society, it's not okay for you to hit bitches over the head and tell them to get back in the kitchen to get pregnant. So that's my argument that you keep trying to run away from. In an uncivilized society, yes, men give women fucking rights and they take them back at will, whenever they want to do it. Okay. But in a civilized society, no. There are rules that are set in place, okay, and a system set up as to where the man cannot just motherfucking do what he wants to do to the woman. I'm done.
Okay.
Well, you have 2 minutes to respond.
I'll refute this from an uncivilized society and an uncivilized society. So you asked the question that you said, Coolie, well, if men give women rights, then they can't take it away. Meaning that once women have rights, you can't take those rights away in a civilized society. Well, do you know that I think it was in a state of either Utah or it wasn't Mass. It was either Utah or like Wyoming, one of those states. Women was given the right to vote in the 1800s. And then the government then took the right away for them to vote. The reason why they gave them the right to vote, and then women voted on polygyny. And the government was trying to get rid of polygyny at this time within, I think it is Utah. It's one of those states, but it's in the 1800s. They were trying to get rid of polygyny during this time. And women kept voting for polygyny. So the government was like, you know what? We're going to just go ahead and strip the rights away from women. So what I'm telling you is in the state during that time, it's a collection of men that is granting rights and also taking rights away. This happened. You can Google it. That's in a civilized society, right? Women were given rights. The rights were taken away. And even if we look at abortion rights as well, these are all due to the states. Remember, it was just a Roe v. Wade. Before it was all up to the government, where it was like, okay, women, you got this right to abort your unborn children. And then when Trump came into office, he went ahead and got rid of Roe v. Wade, and now it's all up to the states. Now, certain states have abortion, but it's just different terms. So they're taking and giving rights away from women in a civilized society, which proves your argument to be incorrect. In an uncivilized society, we can just look at Afghanistan. Afghanistan, the Taliban took over. When the Taliban had power, the women in Afghanistan didn't have any rights. When American troops was over there, American troops got rid of the Taliban or kept them at bay and gave women their rights again. So when the Taliban had power, women were going to school, doing many different things. When American troops came over, put the Taliban at bay, women in that country then had rights. So this proves that men grant rights and men take rights away collectively. This all demonstrates force doctrine, which proves your argument wrong again. You're being refuted on every point. Please, the debate has been over.
Okay, yeah. So, Fatty, he took 3 minutes this time.
You get 3 minutes. Go ahead.
So, I'm so I can say within the parameters. But anyway, Do the women have those same rights back again, right? That you were talking about in Utah, whatnot, what have you? And those weren't just the men. It was something that was voted upon for that state. But I'm pretty sure, and clearly that's the way. The women someone took it to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court overruled it and said.
Are you asking me that question? I wanted to know real quick. Okay, you're just speaking. Go ahead.
I can easily work this out, right? Because we know there's not a state where women don't have the right to vote at this point in America, right? So clearly that's it, right? So again, the establishment of a society.
Your microphone is going crazy. Fantastic.
I don't know how.
No, it was just now. It kind of like he's underwater.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
You're good now. You're good now. You're good.
Cool. So the fact of the matter that you keep you in a society against the argument to try and refute it when society is what protects my argument. Do the women still not have the right to vote in whatever state you were talking about? Utah, Coolie? Simple yes or no?
Is that a question to me? You want a question?
Yeah, Coolie.
So yes,
Coolie. You're the only
in the
Coolie
state of Utah, in the 1800s, women did not have.
No, I said now. Do the women have the right to vote?
Yeah, I'm answering that. Yeah, I'm answering that.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yeah, no. Listen. Calm down. I'm going to answer the question. How I'm going to answer the question.
It's a yes or no question.
Yeah, your question. You still don't understand, right?
Yes or no question.
Women currently right now have the right. No, I'm answering it. Okay, you take your time. Go ahead. Get your time. Sure, go ahead.
So clearly, because this person don't know what yes or no means, right? I'll answer it for him. Yes. The women in the state of Utah can vote clearly, right? And because of society set up protections as to where once you establish it, you can't just fucking take it away. Now, his example that he used in the Taliban, to where we will all see the Taliban as uncivilized. That's why America had to go over there and civilize it. Okay. All right. Or liberate is a term they love to use, to where the women weren't just being beheaded and beaten and whatever for not wearing hijabs. And the women weren't able to have simple human rights because the men, okay, were in an uncivilized society where they were able to subjugate the women whenever they wanted to. Wow, Coolie just fucking won the debate for me by using the fucking Taliban as one of the greatest examples of uncivilized fucking everything in human existence. Wow. This nigga keep talking about he won the debate, just quit. No, brother. If you wanted to concede, brother, just concede. I told you, bro. It's not this easy when you ain't looking at a dumb bitch with some titties, brother. It's not this easy. We'll keep going, right? So again, as you said, it was civilized, right? And then America pulled out, paused, and then became uncivilized again because the fucking terrorists and the men that had no rules and regulations, anything they did, might is right. We do what the fuck you want, can control the women and make the women do whatever the fuck they want. Thank you, brother, for fucking throwing me the alley-oop to motherfucking win this debate yet again. This is like, damn, bro. This motherfucking Shaq and Kobe, bro. Goddamn.
Yo, you done? Okay, I've never heard in all my years of debating. It's funny because I've never heard someone be so confident and also be so wrong. Like you just did. You still don't understand. So I'll explain it again. To refute your one point that you didn't understand, it's really not even a refute, but it's to give you some understanding. Yes, women do currently have rights in the state of Utah. They have, they have the right to vote currently right now. But do you know that women actually didn't want the right to vote? Men just gave them that right to vote. When women were asked for the right to vote, women actually agreed. Women actually signed to not have the right to vote. It was about 70 to 80% of women, a majority of women, chose not to have the right to vote. And then a small majority of women, which was the suffragettes, those were the women that thought that women wanted the right, they were the ones that they wanted women to have the right to vote. So a majority of women back in the day, man, in the early 1900s, they weren't for the right to vote. The government just granted and gave women the right to vote without women wanting that right to vote. So this just proves my point even further. Without women's authority, they was just given rights by men. Do you understand that? Also, when you're speaking about Afghanistan, that was me giving you an example and a demonstration of a uncivilized society taking rights and also giving rights and making the society civilized. Even within that example of Afghanistan, the Taliban would would take rights away. The United States government, the United States force came over there and gave rights. They are still appealing. Rights are backed by force. In order to take a right away, you would need to use force. In order to give a right and uphold a right, you would need to utilize force, which demonstrates force doctrine. This does not negate it. You don't understand, and really, I don't have a whole lot of time. I already told Fatty I was on a time crunch. This debate is so pathetic, it's pointless to speak to you because you just don't comprehend things. I thought you were going to be more of a challenge, but you're not, man. It's horrible. You make us look bad. But go ahead, Fatty. Again, let's wrap this up, Fatty, because I got a dip.
It's no us, bro. And again, if you're gonna punk out like a bitch and run like a bitch,
no, it's no punk out. You don't know how to comprehend sentences and words.
You just saying it don't make it true, my nigga. Like I said,
yeah. You don't know how to comprehend sentences and words.
You're your own biggest fan. You're not used to talking to nobody that has any level.
You have no intellect, man.
Yeah, brother, but yet and still, you
don't have any intellect.
Up here with me, dog, and you getting your ass whooped. So again,
no, I'm not.
I don't have to
saying you saying things, but it's untrue.
To the crowd that I'm winning the debate, bro. I'm just making the points. I'm going to say it again. This is why I said, and I knew what your tactic was going to be in the beginning, and I laid my premise. And again, you've made my premise for me several times, okay? You have conceded that the Taliban was uncivilized, okay? And a civilized fucking group of people, the United States military had to come there in order to motherfucking fix the situation. But as soon as it was uncivilized again, that is when you were able to fucking fully extend fucking force doctrine. I was never talking about, oh, well, you know, force versus force. Obviously, bro, this is why we have a fucking rule set. I gave you my premise of dog eat dog, for survival of the fucking fittest, strong survive. I want what I take, okay? Point blank period. Your own first premise of walking down the street and having the street that you have control of. If you are submitting or looking to someone else to give you your rights and enforce them for you, that is the opposite of fucking force doctrine. Your force doctrine has been removed.
That is not the opposite of force doctrine.
Brother, why do you keep cutting me off? I'm not saying nothing while you talk.
But you're incorrect. You're lying. You're just lying. You're saying that things are the opposite. Do you know that force doctrine is a descriptor? It is not a prescription.
Why we're having a debate? I don't have to fucking agree
within your own
ideas. I don't have to agree with you. It's a debate. That's why it's called a debate.
Within your own ideas, you refuted your own point.
I'm not going to change for you. So I'm going to keep talking because you're not going to keep trying to overtalk me.
You don't understand, man. There's no over talking you.
Let him finish and then rebuttal. Coolie, go ahead.
Yeah, where's the timer at? I don't see any timer. I don't know how long he was speaking.
We are on a civilized society. We can let each other finish. Go ahead, finish, Mr. Fantastic. Coolie, have the chance to rebuttal, and I'm going to read the $20 and up questions.
Sure. And then we open the panel.
There's no run. You're dumb.
This trying to run. It's like he's trying to get this shit over.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a question.
One second. The question goes after Fantastic. Go ahead, Fantastic.
So like I said, bro, you gave the premise, all right, of walking down the fucking street and waiting on a law or some rules that were set in order to be able to fucking do one or two things. I distinctly said, okay, civilized, you do this, uncivilized, you do that, okay? My argument
force is doctrine. Both force doctrine.
My argument
they both utilize force.
No,
you have low IQ. How don't they both utilize force? You're just dumb, bro. You're stupid. You don't know how to think. You're worse than the women that I have on my panel. You are dumb. Yes, you are.
Go ahead, Fantastic. Finish your point, please.
Yeah, this nigga got a filibuster. He the filibuster king,
There's no filibustering. You don't know how to think. Do they not both use force?
You brag about
do they not both use force? Nigga. Answer the question.
You better be lucky them bitches around. Otherwise, brother, you look really bad, brother. That's the only reason you got them hoes around, because that's the only.
What are you speaking about, bro? Okay, just finish, and I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna ask you a question. Finish, so I can ask you a question.
Yeah, I know, bitch ass nigga.
So I can ask you a question.
Bitch ass nigga, like I said. So, like I said, bro, you cannot motherfucking have someone else have to enforce your force for you. Okay. When you have to have someone else enforce your force for you, that removes your force fucking doctrine. You and that weak ass
You're dumb.
Let him finish, please. Hey, friends, if
Yo, he's stupid.
No. Hey, Coolie, 1 second.
Yo,
If
he's
your
so dumb.
If your opponent
This is, I'll be
committing
honest, Fatty, this is the dumbest low IQ debate ever. He's dumb.
and there's the point. If you was that point, no need to interrupt. Let your opponent.
No, but it's so stupid.
No, but there's the point. 1 second, please. If your opponent is committing a mistake, let him commit the mistake.
He already lost the debate.
No need for
him to say the same thing over
No
and
need for
over.
interruptions if the opponent is committing a mistake. Please
cut me off. So again, you and that weak ass fucking white boy that you love to fucking dick ride, who couldn't even open a fucking pickle jar, and always talking about, oh my God, the men control the women. The men control the women. His weak ass can't do shit about fucking force doctrine, okay? And you just fucking riding his dick and motherfucking repeating the same shit, bro. As I said, force doctrine is fucking limited to those people, okay, that are able to enforce their motherfucking violence, their aggression, and take whatever the fuck they want without consequence, bro, or not giving a fuck about the consequence whatsoever. In a civilized society, there are checks, balances, rules, laws, and everything set up. And other men and other force, okay, of a collective that are set up to prevent true force doctrine from being fucking enforced. True force doctrine, as I fucking said, this is my argument. I'm not going to let you change my fucking argument. Fuck your position, okay? Fuck your definition. This is my argument that I set from the onset. True force doctrine is motherfucking eat what you kill, take what you want, and nobody else motherfucking can stop you, bro. That's true force doctrine. I'm done. You can talk now.
Got it. So let me ask you a question. In a civilized society, okay, so Fatty, he's not answering questions. What is this even a debate? He's just like, we're just going on monologues. Fatty, are we just going on monologues, or are you holding people's feet to the fire to answer questions? Which one, Fatty?
You can answer the question. Go ahead. You can answer the question.
I'm asking him a question. He's refusing to answer questions.
As the question. If
okay. The question
is an answer, we go to the questions
monologues.
And we
fair enough.
Move on. It's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. So once again, answer this for me, Mr. Fantastic. In a civilized society, in order for it to be civilized, is the men, the military, the police force, a collection of men enforcing and making this society civilized? Yes or no? Like, in order for it to be civilized, are men enforcing it to be civilized, upholding rights, putting consequences on people that break rules and things like that? Yes or no? Is men doing this in a civilized society? Okay, he refuses to answer questions. I'll answer it for you. Yes, men are doing that in civilized societies. So in a civilized society, a collection of men, they are still utilizing force doctrine. Force doctrine is not a prescription. It's a descriptor. It's a descriptor that simply means that rights equals force. Any right that you have is going to have to be backed by you or a collection of men like the police force or the military. So any example that you give, it does not refute force doctrine. You said that I'm making my definition of force doctrine. Your definition of force doctrine was anarchy. Anarchy. Well, in a society of anarchy where everyone has to enforce things themselves, that would be anarchy. This still demonstrates force doctrine under your own worldview because, again, force doctrine is rights, rules, regulations, anything that ideas that you come up in your mind, it still has to be backed by yourself, or you have to appeal to a collection of men to enforce that yourself, like the police force or the military. You have low IQ and you can't understand that. You're saying that, oh, Coolie, you're getting these ideas from Andrew Wilson. No, these are ideas that's already been out there prior to Andrew Wilson because this is the reality of the world. It's a descriptor of reality. You get what I'm saying? If you get a ticket, if you're driving real fast and you get a ticket, they'll give you that ticket. If you don't pay that ticket, they'll give you another ticket. If you still continue not to pay it, the constables is going to come to your house and use force to grab you up, bring you into court to try to make you pay it. And if you still don't pay it, they're going to forcefully put you in jail in a civilized society, you dork. Force doctrine, the debate is very simple for all the low IQ people in the chat, even watching as well. The prompt is this, chat. Force doctrine only exists in uncivilized societies. I'm letting him know, I gave him many examples how it exists in civilized societies, and uncivilized societies. It's a descriptor of reality. You can't get out of it. Do you get that? You have low IQ, you're dumb, you need to read books, I don't know what you need to do, but you need to do something.
Mr. Fantastic, you'll have the chance to reply. If not, we're going to super chats.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So again, man, you're repeating yourself and saying the same exact shit all over and over again, and only a lame nigga.
But refute it.
So, again, I'm refuting it in my
you
way.
Didn't. You're appealing to it.
Let's not interrupt each other, please. If it was 3 minutes and interrupted. Go
exactly.
ahead.
I ain't say shit about this lame ass nigga. He says dork. It's crazy to me. Wow. But anyway, bro, like I said, dog, this debate is about the premise that I set forth. I don't give a fuck how many times you try and change it and try to sway over to what the fuck you're saying.
Nothing changed, bro. You're lying. Stop gaslighting. He just lied. Forced doctrine only exists in uncivilized societies, bro. Stick to it.
The ultimate filibusterer, man.
Coolie.
No.
Let's be civilized. Let him finish.
No filibustering.
This is civilized. He didn't answer any of my questions. That's called being uncivilized.
No filibustering, my nigga.
That's called being uncivilized. He's not adhering to any rules. Why would I adhere to any rules? That's dumb for me to be up here and allow a low IQ person to speak. So from now on, listen, I'm breaking all rules. You didn't answer any questions. I'm breaking all rules. Yeah, you're dumb. Yeah, you're dumb. You're an idiot.
Nigga, it's a debate, dummy.
You're an idiot.
Ass, you dork.
Exactly. You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. You're a lame ass nigga.
Listen, bro. Just answer a question. Listen, chat. He ran from all questions. He can't answer a question. He couldn't answer any questions. Now he's just talking just to talk.
It's a fucking debate, dummy.
A debate, you answer questions and you ask questions.
I'm not answering shit. I'm establishing my motherfucking dominance and saying
no one cares about your argument because it's dumb.
Make me do shit. This is my force doctrine.
No one cares about it.
You a little nigga.
Who's a little nigga? Oh, I'm a little nigga. Okay, fair enough. Listen, that's great to you. All the people that speak junk, I offer them all the same thing, and they all turn it down. I ask them, offer them all the same thing, and I don't think you want that offer. So let's just move on.
Want it. That's why
I don't think you want that offer.
Nigga. You know who I am. That's why you can't say bitch ass nigga. So what? Ask the question.
BITCH. What are you speaking about?
Nigga. I done said it how many times?
What?
Ask the question.
What are you speaking about? No, you sound silly right now, man. You sound silly. You sound silly.
Ask the question. No,
you sound dumb.
Don't
you sound dumb.
Hey, don't filibuster now. What's the question?
What are you talking about filibustering?
What's the question?
You talking tough, and you're talking tough for no reason. Talking about little nigga. Totally fine. Little nigga. So this little nigga, right? So this little nigga that you think I am, this little nigga, can you please refute any of my arguments from this little nigga? Can you please do that from this little nigga? Can you please do that?
Ask everybody.
Can you please do that?
That's not the question.
Can you please do that?
Ask the question.
Can you please do that? Answer one of the questions so you can be refuted.
That's not the question, Coolie.
Answer one of the questions.
Answer the question.
Answer one. I'm asking you a question.
Ask the question.
I'm asking you a question. Answer this question first. Okay. Answer this question first. No, this is good actually. Look, you know what?
You ask everybody else.
No, look. If you So wait, time out. Let's get this right.
What it is.
Let's get this right. If I ask you a question, you actually going to answer it this time?
The question.
Are you actually going to answer it?
The question.
Are you actually going to answer it?
Everybody else.
Wait, time out. Are you
the right question?
Oh, okay. So it's the only question. The only question at a time. Listen. Is it the only question that you want to answer, or are you actually going to answer one of my questions?
If it's the right question, I'll answer it.
Okay, then you're like a petty little kid, man. You make no sense. You're a kid. You're a child right now, bro. You're a child. It ain't you know what it is, nigga. You a little nigga. You are the real little nigga. You are the real little nigga.
Okay.
You are the real little nigga, bro.
You ain't asked the question.
So listen, I'll defeat you in anything that we ever play. This is for the chat too. Low IQ person like him. Anything that you want to do, you'll be defeated in. If it's a debate, how tall are you? You look like you're over 6 foot. You want to play basketball, you'll be defeated in that. If you want to box, you'll be defeated in that. If you want to do anything, if you want to race a car, you'll be defeated in that. Anything, I will beat you at. I'm better than you at everything. I am a superior male than you. I am force doctrine. I am forced doctrine. Listen, time out. I am forced doctrine over you.
You
if it's me and you, listen, if it's me and you in a room, it's my rules. Listen, if it's me and you in a room, time out, stop it. If it's me and listen, if it's me and you in a room, it's my rules, not your rules.
Wait, one second. What is the second one again?
Yeah, what was the second one?
Listen, it's my rules. Stop it. You just talking just to talk. You talking just to talk. You talking just to talk. It's my rules, bro. It's my rules.
Why you not accepting, bitch ass nigga?
If we was in what I'm the one that's speaking right now.
Bitch ass nigga.
I'm better than you in anything, bro. I'm better than you at
everything.
You already know what it is. I just told you, you can't beat me in nothing. You lost this debate. Stop it.
I'm not trying to
listen. He lost this debate, and he will lose anything that we're at. I'm
not trying to be messy, but it sounded like a boxing match.
Anything that you want, you would lose at.
Okay.
Anything that you want, you'll lose at. I would destroy. I already told you, I will destroy you in everything. There's not nothing you can beat me at. This debate you lost. So how about you answer this? How about you answer this though? How about shut up, nigga. Listen. How about you answer this though? Okay, great. How about you answer this though?
You a little fella, bro.
Nigga gay, bro.
Little fella, nigga.
Hey, I guess Papi Blanco.
Yo, you gay, man. Listen, you're gay. You're homosexual. You have homosexual thoughts. Wait, you have homosexual thoughts. I know you do.
You know what it is.
I know you have homosexual thoughts.
It's the reason they took you fucking.
I know you have homosexual thoughts, man.
Pussy, nigga.
Wait, to get.
Buckle up, everyone. It's time for some super chats.
I will agree with both of y'all that the debate kind of over, okay? And I'll make sure to reach to Papi Blanco Boxing Productions to figure it out if y'all want to actually box or not.
Hey, Fatty, are you reading the super chats on mine too?
I'm reading.
Okay,
yes, I'm reading cool. What did you ask? If I'm reading what?
I asked, are you? Because I told my chat that you'll be reading the super chat. So are you reading mine too?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is I usually go for the 20 and up. But as a courtesy, because your people, like before you leave, I'm going to read everybody's super chats, and y'all can address the 20 and ups, okay? Miss Smell the Roses and friends, go support Mr. Fantastic and Coolie. They are live. Send her a super chat. It's totally fine. Let pay at least for these two fellas dinner, okay? Miss Smell the Roses says, I got front, back, and side to side, baby. Come get these. Getty Green? What the hell is this?
It's rap lyrics, Fatty. UGK and Project Patal.
Damn. Oh, I know that. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Roses. I am Bluezilla. She became a member.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Or he became a member. John Airy says Coolie is engaged in Gish galloping. Thank you very much, John. We have another one from Philip. He says Coolie is an ultra lane. Another one, and the views of the chat is not the views of Fatty, okay? Leave me alone. I am just reading. Run solo $2. Get the red pill Verkle the fuck out of here. We have John Airy with a $10 ball. Thank you very much, John.
Cha-ching!
He says Gitch Gallop overwhelming an opponent by presenting a rapid fire excessive number of arguments, half-truths, and falsehoods, making it impossible to refute them all in a allotted time. Very much, sir. We have Mr. AM1 Media saying, shout out to Coolie for chopping the girly braids and joining the ranks of grown men. Ha ha. Thank you very much, friends. Make sure you support their cash apps, Coolie D and Mr. Fantastic 824. Once again, friends, we owe them at least a dinner, okay? Make sure that you support the people that gave us time today, okay? The next one, we have Mr. Wicked. He says, I think Wicked Dream. He says, Force Doctrine is the description, and Mr. Fantastic is using it as a prescription. Thank you very much, Wicked. We have Mr. The Fallen says, thank you, Coolie. Another one, we have Lord Geotron. Fatty, what is you going on here Why you got my two homeboys up here insulting each other? I'm the smallest man in the room, and that's not usually regular, so I don't make nobody do nothing. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Thank you very much. We have the New Culture Empire. Shout out to my boy Thomas. Says, prime example, eminent domain. We have Theo supporting the two brands, Coolie and Fantastic, with the $20, and he pulls up with another $20 on each side. Shout out to my boy Theo. I appreciate you.
Cha-ching!
Thank you so much. We have Mont. Mont says, rights aren't real, is the social construct, and man give rights, no force, no right, says Mont. Thank you very much, sir. We have another one from the Genius CEO, and this is a question, I think. Coolie, can you debate without insulting the other person? There was a question.
Oh, we answered the $20 ones. Yeah, he made the insults first, and it's not ad hominem because both of us didn't insult one another to make a disclaimer on our positions. It was just assaults. That's totally fine. It wasn't any ad homs.
Thank you very much, CEO.
That's part of rhetoric.
We have Theo once again, member for 31 months, almost 3 years. I appreciate you, Theo. Thank you so much. We have my mere thought saying, Coolie likes to use feminine debate tactics with all these ad hominem attacks. Is intelligent enough not to go that route.
Yeah, it wasn't. He doesn't understand. He's another low IQ person. It's not an ad hom. The ad hom would be this. Let me demonstrate it. If I said that, oh, he's wrong. Mr. Fantastic is wrong because he looks like a black Inspector Gadget. If I said that Mr. Fantastic is wrong because he has low IQ, then that would be an ad hom. But no, I'm just saying, that he looks like this. We're both making jokes and having insults, throwing insults towards one another. That isn't an ad hom. You are dumb.
We have CEO. He says, untouchable empire, baby.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, CEO. Mon saying, women don't enforce or protect any rights. They can't. Only men. We allow women to fake participate. Thank you very much. And then afterwards, he says, woman can give rights, can't give rights. Men can change with what we want, when we want. We can have civilized society that decides to take rights from women. Thank you very much. The next one, it says, Fetty, you are helping progress the conversation. However, I do see that you are keeping it from getting heated. However, nothing is progressing. The job of the moderator is not to progress shit. Is to make sure that these people don't need each other. Okay? Y'all need to understand what debate is. This is not a regular show. Okay? I need to be quiet and mind my own business. Thank you very much, sir. We have a gentleman in the building. He says, Mr. Fantastic is winning this argument. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We have another one from Retired that says, Coolie, your argument is off. You are debating from a demeaning perspective. We all are listening to you. The replay button will prove me right. Okay, we have 10 to go. We have Mimi Flo with the super. Thank you very much. We have Mr. Big Al with the 20 ball. He says, Mr. Fantastic, military discipline for the win.
Cha-ching!
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. We have another one, Retired Dad, saying, when Coolie knows his stance is being defeated, he interrupts like a child. Woman can force man to do things, join the military, and see what happens. Okay, we have, again, the Fallen says, just offer him the fate. Thank you very much. We have the Big Daddy Pod, my fabuloso, impressionating Ice Cube. Willie, in the building, it says, Mr. Fantastic versus Coolie boxing match, set it up, Force Doctrine. I could be an opportunist, but I won't. This is two grown men. They actually can hurt each other. So I will leave it to just like YouTube talk. This is people that are big YouTubers. Let them get their money and enjoy their retirement and all those shit. Okay, they good. Okay, just let's do that. Okay, why can't we be friends? I appreciate you, Willie. Thank you very much. We have Big Al saying Coolio trying to be strategic by interrupting, manipulating tactics. Theo says, if you love your mama or granny, hit the like button. Another one, Shadow Dragon TV. What's up, brother? He says, last person who called Fantastic to a fight got knocked out on camera. This ain't Mr. Let Go. Coolie, no Fugazee. I can attest to that. And wait, Antenna Boy says, grown man, by the way. And then we have Willie back again saying, shout out to the two homies, Coolie and Mr. Fantastic.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Miss Melda Roses is back. She says, Fantastic, speak to him like a woman. We know you are not low IQ. He is bratty like a cat. Mr. Terrific says, Fantastic, you want to box, ram in a bush.
Aww.
And Mr. Ray Midnight, the Admiral in the building, he said, Untouchable Empire, baby.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
And finally, we have Charla Daniels, $5 says, Fantastic or Coolie, can black people rise and overcome the philosophy of Western culture? I think I got them all. I think I have one more. In a real debate, moderator guides the flow of the debate. Absolutely not. You don't know what the debate is. This is not a YouTube panel. If the two people are debating and now it becomes repetitive, I don't have to ask guiding questions and push people to the side or to the left. I'm not the debater. I need to stay out of their way. That's all we need to do over here. So respectfully, I don't know where you're watching debates. Fellas, because I don't know if there's challenges pulling up. And Coolie, I can drop the link in your side. So I'm going to put it on the private chat. We probably have like 15 minutes, 25 minutes to go. I'm going to drop the link. If y'all have any challenges, you can pull up. We are limited with time, so make sure you make it count. Aim for the ad. Other than that, I wanted final thoughts from both of y'all. Since Mr. Fantastic did the opening, let's do Coolie first now, and then Mr. Fantastic final thoughts on this debate. And if somebody pulls up, we see what's going on. If not, we close it out, and tomorrow we have ladies first. Go ahead, Coolie.
Got it. Do you got the link for me?
Absolutely. You want me to send you IG or here on the private chat?
You can just send it right, because I'll put it right to my chat right now.
Okay, so let's do, because StreamYard now, for whatever reason, they don't plain text. Here we go. Here is the link. Go ahead, Coolie, uninterrupted.
All right,
and I'll be back in 30 seconds, okay?
Copy that real quick. All right, 1 second. Posting it to my chat. See if anyone that wants to join from my chat, come on up. Want to ask Mr. Fantastic any questions or myself, come on up and join the stream. All right, let's go ahead and pin that. All right, so my opening is very simple. Super, super simple for anyone that's paying attention and watching right now. The debate is about force doctrine. And the prompt is, does force doctrine only exist in uncivilized societies, right? And my opponent, Mr. Fantastic, he took the affirmative position and he thought that they only exist in uncivilized societies. Now, force doctrine is simply, it's super, super simple. Force doctrine is simply this: rights equals force. Rights themselves are just a construct of the mind. So if human beings come up with a concept or an idea, they write it on a piece of paper, this piece of paper needs to be enforced, or you don't have a right, or this piece of paper just means nothing. So it needs to be backed by force. And force could be the police force, the military, a collection of men that is ready to fight for what they believe in. They can fight for your right, or they can fight against your right. That is force doctrine. That's simply all it means, that rights equals force, and men have the monopoly on force. Under Mr. Fantastic worldview, he said that, well, force doctrine is anarchy, is just when people are enforcing rights themselves. Okay, this still doesn't negate force doctrine. Even if people enforce their own rights, totally fine. That's still a descriptor of reality. People still have to appeal to themselves to enforce the construct or the idea, the right that they have, that they think they have. They have to enforce it themselves. In a civilized society, well, instead of people enforcing it themselves, you can call the police. We have the military to protect our borders. So force doctrine is not a prescription. Mr. Fantastic cannot comprehend these concepts. Force doctrine is a descriptor of reality. There's no way to disprove force doctrine because any way you look at it, any right or any concept or any idea that we think that we have to use force ourselves, or we have to appeal to a collection of men to use force to enforce our right, to use force for us. So that's simply force doctrine. Mr. Fantastic did not refute the claim at all. He kept demonstrating how even in civilized societies, the reason why they're civilized is because they have a police force and a military to enforce all of the rights that we have. It's super, super simple. How much time do I have, Fatty? I didn't know.
No, you've
been going for 5 minutes.
Yes.
4.5.
I didn't know how much time we had. Oh, okay. No, that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and yield the floor over. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Fantastic. Final thoughts, please.
Yeah, cool. So again, trying to remake the argument that I wasn't making, and yes, the prompt. The people love running to the prompt and sticking strictly to the prompt when they have poor arguments and poor logic themselves. I'm going to say this again. My argument is I'm arguing my belief, understanding of what force doctrine is. Okay. Just like if you were to ask someone what religion means, just like Coolie asked me what a right was. I'm pretty sure if I was to ask Coolie what a right was, Coolie's definition of right or his understanding of right or what he feels like a right is may be different from mine. This is a debate. Okay. This is what this is. Coolie showed up to a debate expecting me to fucking believe the bullshit he had to say. And that's not the case. Okay. Whole bunch of ad hominems, not a lot of things said. And Coolie, like he said, proved my point. My initial premise and point that I made clear was force doctrine can only truly exist in an uncivilized society. If you have to depend upon someone else to extend the force for you, that is not true force doctrine. Okay. You are conforming to a system and agreeing, to a system that is not only comprised of men, it's comprised of men and women, and the men have created a system as to where the women have equal rights and refuse to take it away. Why? Because there are men within the system that believe the women should have the rights all the time, and of course the women are going to do the same. So the point I was in, the whole premise of this was a person, that loves to use the force doctrine thing in a gender, from a gender specific situation, right, or gender scenario. If and when you cannot make women just do whatever the fuck you want her to do because there's a system that protects her, your force doctrine has been removed. Okay. If you go upside your wife's head or woman's head, there is a force that exists in a civilized system to stop you from being uncivilized and utilizing your force doctrine. That is my argument. The civilized system prevents the true essence and meaning of fucking force doctrine by not allowing you to just extend your fucking force upon any and everybody you want to. Okay. Civilization tampers, dampers, or it shortens, it limits force doctrine. That is my point. Okay. Might is right. Okay. Is a concept that only exists outside of, and that's another force doctrine is another fucking version of might is right. Okay. All right. I'm big enough. I'm strong enough. I can take shit from you. I can do what I want to do. Okay. And that's my argument. I don't give a fuck what Coolie talking about. And Coolie want to stick to the prompt and the exact definition, which again, his definition didn't even go over military's force escalation and a whole bunch of different things on and so he gave whatever definition he picked. Okay. But there are many different renditions of what force doctrine means, depending on how you apply it. At the end of the day, my point is, if there's a civilized society as to where there are consequences and rules, which I agree is force. I never disagree to there being force, but it's civilized force, which even that has limitations. Okay. The police don't just show up on the fucking scene and kill people dead without any fucking explanation. That will be even in a civilized situation. Look at this simple nigga. He frowning up because I'm killing his argument even from a civilized point, right?
So in a civilized situation, real force doctrine would be you call the police, they show up, they shoot niggas or women or whoever and leave. Force extended, no rules, no whatever the fuck. I do what I want to do because I'm in a position of power and you deal with it. Okay? So again, him trying to motherfucking claim he won the debate, I don't know how many times, running from the debate. Again, man, this was easy work. I'll be looking forward to the information for either basketball or boxing or whatever, bro.
I would love y'all to play a one-on-one basketball game because I know both of y'all fucking suck.
Hey,
man.
Listen, I had to neutralize everyone from all of that conflation of points and lies in his closing statement. But anyways, listen, man, this was fun, bro. I got to go ahead and dip, man. I've been going for, I gave you my time already, Fatty, so I'm well over my time.
I appreciate you. Once again, I just want to say this basketball game would be hilarious because I know y'all are terrible at basketball.
I'll just leave it with this. I already told him I'm better than him at anything that he wants to do, we can do. I would beat him at anything. He's not a better human being than me at all on any fronts. He lost this debate. He would lose in a fade. He would lose. He would lose in basketball. He would lose in golf. You would leave in. You would lose in everything.
You didn't come with that fade shit like you talking to everybody else.
What are you speaking about? I said the fade as well. I'm the one that.
I'm
the one that said it. You didn't say it. You didn't say it. You didn't say I'm the one that said it.
You know
so
what it is.
That's what we'll do. No one is. No, pussy, nigga. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. You're just talking just to talk, bro. You're a dork. But anyways, Fatty, like I said, appreciate you for having me, man. And have a blessed one, man.
Thank you very much, Coolie. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here.